Uzui Tengen, the Sound Hashira, formerly a shinobi. The amount of slander and downplay on this man is honestly horrible to watch. Let us get the most obvious things out of the way. Tengen is not the strongest and he is not the weakest Hashira. But he is the second strongest with or without the mark. That is, if you believe Sanemi is stronger, I won't blame you. Anyway, let's get into the video. We will start by the downplay people say. Tengen is the weakest, second weakest, let me disprove that. First, fighting ability. Experience, speed, AP, and durability. How skilled is he? He is both a shinobi and a swordsman. Since childhood has been rigorously training to the point of death. He survived alongside his brother. He was and still is greatly affected by the loss of his siblings and it weighs heavily on him. This is important because an inability to grasp this story beat is what I think has confused and misled plenty about his power. Tengen Uzui is one of the oldest and most veteran slayers. He's basically been a Hashira before the entire cast of Hashira, except Gyome, and even that is arguable. His fighting ability is second to none. He created his own breathing style. Granted, this is not too impressive since Kanronji also created her own breathing style and some others as well. But what I mean is that he is able to merge his breathing styles with his shinobi expertise. He's been in life and death situations more than any other Hashira. His experience is also second to none. His ability to read the battlefield instantly is on full display during his fight with Upper 6. After decapitating Tagi, Gyutaro emerges. He is immediately able to analyze his Blood Demon art as he is attacked, summarizes he must decapitate both of them, proceeds to blow them out of the top floor to the bottom and coming up with a strategy with his explosives to blind them and immediately decapitate them. He blitzes both Tagi and Gyutaro, almost ending the fight in one go. By a singular glance at Tanjiro, he is able to tell how much damage and how long he could hold out. He is able to take advantage of even the slightest opening, as seen by him almost decapitating Gyutaro when Hinatsuru appears, launching forward with kunais in his skin, shocking even Gyutaro. His ultimate move or greatest hack is musical score, which completely reads the opponent's movement and attack patterns by the sound and can attack in the middle of the note, changing the fight into a dance and countering his opponent the moment they begin motion. This broken ability would have immediately taken Gyutaro's head, but due to poison he could not aim for the head, and Tanjiro finished the job. Now that we have discussed his fighting ability and experience onto his speed, he is stated to be the fastest Hashira, and it's even more the case when Mitsuri's attack speed is stated to surpass Tengen. It states that Mitsuri's technique speed surpasses even Tengen's, which means that that's supposed to be impressive. The manga is quite literally saying that Tengen's technique speed is greater than all other Hashira aside from Mitsuri. Tengen's speed surprised Inosuke, who is good at gauging people's power. He was the very first to realize Gyome was the strongest by a glance twice when seeing him for the first time and then relaying it to Tanjiro the second time they see him. He teaches Tanjiro about presence and intent. I say this to show how perceptive Inosuke is, and he was blown away at his speed that he legit thought Tengen is a god. The poison in him slowed him down considerably as he was able to perception blitz Gyutaro twice, even Gyutaro acknowledging he had no idea they were even getting slashed. More on that, he used Daki to destroy the roof, blinding Tengen and trying to surprise attack him, only for Tengen to block his attack, then realize there were sickles of blood coming at him. He was blinded, focused on destroying the rubble, falling on his head, countered the surprise attack, and immediately realized sickles were already behind him. Gyutaro tried surprising Tengen 3 times, and for the 3rd time to actually work, but due to the poison, Tanjiro jumped in to help Tengen. In his physicals, strength, durability, he's definitely up there. Second physically strongest Hashira. In the wrestling match, there are 2 top categories, Himejima, insanely strong, and Tengen, very strong. Other translations have over the top and very strong. These two have their own category, and it's not surprising. Gyutaro acknowledges Tengen's power. and it's even shown he is able to create a hole in the ground with his first form. After activating musical score, he hit the ground, erasing an entire city block. His hits caused explosions with a single swing to the ground, sent him flying past city blocks, blitzed Yutaro, smashing him in buildings and destroying multiple city blocks as they move. This while being single-handed and close to death, extremely weakened, slower, less powerful, but still blitzed Gyutaro. Let me make it clear again, Gyutaro is not the Upper Moon 6. Ducky states multiple times, and even Muzan keeps talking about it, Ducky is the Upper Moon 6. Gyutaro has no interest, he only appears to help his sister when she is in need of help. I will explain more in detail a little bit further in the video, but Gyutaro is not Upper Moon 6, he's far beyond. He's rivaling Upper Moon 4 and Upper Moon 5. I'll explain it in detail, but let us continue for now. The only reason he lost his arm is because he had to stop his heart, and doing so gave Gyutaro the chance. To show you how much this poison is affecting him, a single slash on Tanjiro immediately brought him at death's door. It is stated multiple times, with each passing minute he grows weaker, and each slash he gets, each cut he gets as well furthers the poison. Inosuke, who also has resistance, falls almost dead because of it, a matter of minutes. Tengen in that final scene was below 1 HP, as right after he loses the ability to speak. I've remained too long here, but I hope you understand at no point we saw him at full strength. Before anyone says he overpowered Tengen, I would like to remind you of his forms. Todoroki. His first form destroyed a cave system. Fourth form has a wide range. Fifth form has explosions and violent noisy rushes that overpowers Gyutaro. He was unable to use any form in front of civilians, as he himself keeps on repeating he can defend the people and attack at the same time. Now let's compare him to Tanjiro, a bit during the training arc. Tanjiro fought Upper Moon 4 and at no point he was perception blitzed. Yet, here we have Tengen appearing and disappearing with Tanjiro unable to even see him. This puts him immediately above Upper Moon 4 in speed. As to power, he's second only to Gyume. Did I forget to mention that aside from Kenjutsu, he's supposed to know at the minimum 18 other forms of combat as a shinobi. He's basically a martial artist, alongside being a swordsman. Now why do people call him weak? The issue, I think, comes from the fact he is called chosen and talented, which he denies. Reason being, he is not like Kyojuro. Pop quiz. What has Kyojuro done that Tengen hasn't? Kyojuro's whole thing was saving lives while Tengen was losing them. He killed his own siblings without knowing. He lost 3 of his siblings before the age of 10, 2 later on because of him, and the rest, except his brother, almost every time we see him, he is tormented by it. And when he denies him special, he means his inability to save his family, and in my opinion, Tengen is the might guy of this universe. He wasn't handed anything, but trained hard for what he has. Since he was younger than 10, and he's around 23, he's been fighting since around, at the very least, 7 years old. If you were to say to Might Guy, he is a chosen talent, he would laugh in your face, yet he is the greatest taijutsu user in Naruto. He got there by hard work, and so did Tengen. Of course, he's gonna tell you, I'm not chosen. Either way, were you to put any Hashira against Yutaro, they would have died on the spot. Except Gyome, he's so above the rest, it's not even funny. Were Tengen put, let's say, against Upper Moon 4 and 5, he'd come out on top easily. Let me say why. A weakened one-hand, one-eyed Tengen completely blazes Tanjiro in the training arc, and obviously he's not even trying and giving it his all. Yet Tanjiro can't see him. Against Upper Moon 4, Tanjiro is never blitzed, he reacts, he is aware, can defend, and Upper Moon 4 is afraid of him. Tanjiro blitzes him and holds his own without Mitsuri against Zohakuten. This proves first of all that Daki was right, she is the Upper Moon 6 while Yutaro isn't, and has no interest in it. From the guidebook, we learn that Rui, being the lowest lower moon, is in fact on par with lower moon 1 and 2, but doesn't care about going for the higher ranks in duel. This tells us that Gyutaro, being far above Daki, who Tengen blitzes and beheads before anyone can see what happened. This very Tanjiro, while recovering, has had a few buffs from training with a puppet, then faces Upper Moon 4. This is to show how fast Tengen is. After all, he is the fastest. Where does this slander come from? My opinion, people do not watch the show properly. They say he had a hard time with Upper Moon 6 with too much help. Hinatsuru was useless. Tanjiro didn't help much at all, if even. Zenitsu and Inosuke, were they not able to decapitate Daki, is irrelevant. Why? Because Tengen can behead her before she even realizes she has been cut. Overall, Tanjiro helped Tengen twice. First with the blood sickles, second in beheading Yutaro. Tengen saved Tanjiro at the start, then again with the rotating slash, then again on the roof, then again when Gyutaro releases the rotating slash again, then again when Gyutaro almost kills Tanjiro. So far 5 to 6 times, and the poison in his body would murder all Hashira. They could not last not even 5 minutes with Muzan cells, and all were going to die until they were healed. Tengen with poison in his body, ever increasing, yet with a single arm, almost dead, he bullied Gyutaro, who we already established is on par, heck, probably even above Upper Moon 4, especially with his poison. Tengen is stated being the fastest and second strongest. If you refuse to accept the arm wrestling match, fine, observe these scenes. And tell me which Hashira can do this, except obviously Gyome. Look at the fan book, we see it stated explosive power and his amazing speed. Makes Inosuke think he's an actual god. Listen, Inosuke has seen Giyu, Rengoku and Akaza, yet he never considers them a god or anything. He does mention he would die if he entered the fight, but as well, he is far weaker then than he is now, at the time of Tengen, where he has extremely improved. While facing Zohakuten, the narrator tells us Mitsuri's attack speed surpasses that of Tengen. Why? Because it's freaking impressive. Then again, against Kokushibo, the strongest Upper Moon, marked Moichiro, again compares himself to Tengen. If he's the weakest, why are we constantly hearing other top tier characters comparing themselves to him? Tengen's speed would have helped him extremely against Upper Moon 1, and his over-the-top battle sense and experience would make him dodge all of his attacks, because Sanemi states experience kept him alive, and who has more experience than all the Hashira?
俺は元忍びの宇髄天元様だぞ。その界隈では派手に名を馳せた男。てめえの鼻くそみたいな頭突きを食らうと思うか?
Yes, Tengen Uzui. He's been in combat before the age of 10. He's the most skilled of them all, mastering plenty of martial arts alongside Kenjutsu. None of the Hashira except Gyome has shown AP and durability on par with Tengen. A single swing to the ground launches him so fast he creates shockwaves. He can punch open caves. A singular punch erases an entire city block. Let me say again, no other Hashira, except Gyome again, could ever hope to accomplish such feats. Stop disrespecting Tengen. He is top 2, no questions about it, with or without the mark. By the time that statement of Mitsuri's attack speed surpassing Tengen surfaced, how many Hashiras did we see in action? Giyu, Shinobu, Rengoku. Then finally Tengen. Why wasn't she compared to any of these people? Because Tengen is by far stronger than all of them and faster. Again, Michiro compares himself to Tengen. Sanemi is there and can shut his veins, but Michiro says Tengen is better. Do you get the pattern? He was put into a fight only him could survive, and the author made sure to nerf him and make him retire, because having him around in Infinity Castle would be unfair. To show you how in all aspects he completely humiliates the rest. For example, how Mitsuri and Obanai got cooked by Upper Moon 4, who only became Upper Moon after the death of 6, 5, and 4. Why didn't she replace Ducky, or Upper Moon 5, or 4? Only after all were killed did she become Upper Moon. This shows she might be weaker than them, and she bullied both of these Hashira, who have extremely bad battle sense and awareness. It's painful to watch. Shinobu can blitz Upper Moon too, and Tengen is faster than her in all attack movement. People say, oh, Shinobu is faster in thrust movement. Listen, Tengen has a bigger body and a stronger body, moves faster, runs faster. That obviously means the thrust of Tengen will be much faster than that of Shinobu. Tengen is faster than her in all attack movement and reaction speed, showing that he could almost easily even deal with Upper Moon 2 since he can decapitate him. His blood art is something a shinobi of his caliber could easily deal with. Observe the story. He is the literal full package. When he denies being a chosen one, I already explained why, because he could not save his family. Rengoku, on the other hand, protected everyone he is assigned to protect, which is why Uzui says he cannot be like him. I'll end here, but I think someone might bring up Mitsuri blocked Zohakuten's wood dragons barehanded. That's not impressive. Genya even tore it apart barehanded. There's probably more that I forgot, but this script is already way too long. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe, and may Jesus Christ, the living God, bless you all, and have a good day. See you.
ついてこい。